phrase that we came back to all the time. How can we make it so that we don't have to go to Italy to experience beauty? So my name is Robin Leeber. I'm Norwegian. I lived here at Holt Gård in Norway since 2004, 3-4. And I run a nursery of forest garden plants that's located on the buffer zone around this eco-village. This eco-village housing 9 families, about 30 people. It's a really nice design of an eco-village. Like all the houses are put in the same plane, makes for a kind of like a equal feeling, and those minute things are important. And so design is very much on my mind, has been building this house. I spent 12 years building it. And so living in Hawaii for 15 years, I was introduced to permaculture design, and there was a Canadian that lived on my farm in Hawaii that said, if you're going to move back to Norway, you have to build a strawbale house because of its insulation value, its aesthetics, the feeling inside, and also that you can build from stuff that's right around you. So in this house, the wood is from the local sawmill. The sand in the plaster is from the local quarry. Strawbales are from the local farm. The clay is from not too far from here, where they dug out for the railroad tracks. And so it's like local materials. That's really cool. Joy in itself.
So yeah, now we're inside. It's so beautiful here, I might say.
In 2016, my wife and I moved up from living in the basement. And we were just looking around, at this, and we were like, we couldn't believe it. That we finally moved into this section of the house. So a lot of planning went into the kitchen, like every drawer.
To detail.
The content of the drawers, I'm serious. We really wanted to make it flowing, serving, receiving, and just the flow. Where's the refrigerator go? The view when we do dishes, like a little sitting area here. What do we want to watch? Having breakfast. All these things. And so my father-in-law made the kitchen, and we really wanted to have a strawbale element woven into the house. So we actually designed it with having like a step down of strawbales. I've had help with placing the windows and the shape of the windows and the roof, which is kind of intricate. We didn't want to have a square roof, so there are 7 major beams. And so there's Gaia architect Rolf Jacobsen who put the windows in and drew the roof. The roof got expensive, but it's
worth it.
60 centimeter walls, 40 centimeter insulation in the roof, and I could talk lengthy about the roof construction, which is something to consider. Living in cold climates, how do you preserve heat and how do you prevent condensation in a roof? So you have to take it apart after 20 years. This roof is carefully planned to avoid those things with an air channel on top of the insulation.
So your actual roof is made of?
It's a wood product.
For the insulation, you mean?
For the insulation, yes.
And on top of that you have?
On top of that, there's wood, and then there's like an environmental membrane, and on top of that, there's sod roof with succulent plants, that are resistant to drought. So on top of this house is an insect hotel. Like sometimes in the summer, birds are gathering because there's so much food and insects on top of our roof. They're going feeding loops over this house. So laying up on the roof is like it's like all kinds of life. It's quite exciting.
Well, you have a massive stove here.
Yes. At the community where we went to a plaster workshop, we found Lars Keller. He makes these ovens, and he even has a production of these elements as well. So he makes everything. And so we built it together, which was more than a week's process. But the thing about it is like, oh, where's the chimney? People say, you know, smoke, where does the smoke come out? Here the smoke goes up and it goes down in channels. And you can switch it like this, and then the smoke will go directly out to the chimney in the side here. Or if you go like this, then you should come. The smoke will go in a channel in this sitting bench, make a loop, and then go out. And surprisingly, there's enough draft even from a cold oven. We can just start a fire, and we don't have to do the shortcut. We can start right away with the loop and have the smoke go. So this entire bench is heated, and this is our wintertime cocoon, you know. And the fun thing about this oven is that it gets like nice and warm, so you just want to hug it. And it's not like blast burning heat, so you have to like open up windows. It's like one armload of wood like this every morning heats this house practically.
We're in the hallway here.
We're in the hallway. So it leads to all the sleeping rooms facing north. None of the rooms have north-facing windows. So Norway, cold winds from the north. We have a very little loss of heat through windows in the north. And so all the windows that were put into this house were kind of carefully selected so that windows in the south are facing preheated room, like a greenhouse, and all the glass to the west is also facing preheated room outside, being the winter garden. So all those things were taken into account, you know, how to make it energy efficient. We must admit we spent a lot of time planning, and my wife and I, we sat with kind of like a permaculture strategy of protracted observation, sitting many different parts of the property and thinking, what kind of needs do we want to fulfill here? What's alive in you when you sit here? And so kind of inviting the qualities and the assets outside and let them play with the inside. You know, of course, you know, you have the direction of the sun, you have winds from the north. So, you know, that all goes into where should the rooms go, where should the windows go, but also pathways and all these things we took in careful consideration. After you've drawn your complete, fulfilled design, make the basement and make it accurate. And you should get your roof up before you deal with bales or plaster. And you could plan in to have deep, like large overhang to prevent rain from pounding, especially autumn rains in cold climates like Norway. They could make the wall wet, and then it could clear up in the night and freeze, and then your plaster will crack because of the frost. Still, with me having 80 centimeters of overhang, I still have some problems with that.
Okay, so now we wonder, what's the recipe for the clay mixture?
Well, you will get a feel for it, but with the rich fatty clay that I possess here, 1 part clay, 3 parts sand, and variations of straw. But first off, to get a good binding with the first layer, you create just a slurry of water and clay, and you spray, or you kind of with your finger kind of dunk it into the bale, so that your first layer, which contains a lot of straw, by the way, you can try and feed as much straw into the plaster as possible, because that will create the armor to prevent cracking. And if you have that plaster resting for a couple of months, then the straw is all flexible and nice, so you won't like resist being worked with. It will just stick right to it, and it's wonderful. And you can, because of the straw, you can put on a thick layer to avoid humps and bumps. You can make a nice smooth surface. And then you do as many layers as you like on top of that. But I have another layer to kind of do the finishing, and then the last layer, which I put in silicate sand, quartz in the mix. It's nice actually to have a little quartz in all the way, because if you treat it with silicate paint, clear silicate paint, the paint will just suck into the plaster and bind with the quartz. Makes for a really strong structure. So this is 15 years old now, and there's hardly any cracks.
Thank you so much, Robin. It's been a pleasure to visit your place and to get to know the process you've been through, building your natural house.
Thanks. It's been wonderful to having you here. Enjoyed it.